This is the book of Luke, chapter 8, verse 16. No man, when he hath lighted a candle, cover it with a vessel, or put it under a bed, but setteth it on a candlestick, that they which enter in may see the light. Verse 17. For nothing is secret that shall not be made manifest, neither anything hid that shall not be known and come abroad. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory. Kol Allah Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rachakadosh Rakatham. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth. Peace and salutation to the Akim around the four corners of the earth, pushing the truth with faith and sincerity, risking their lives and the freedom to do so. Shalom to the Akwath and the Akim out there listening and learning. Lord willing, it's an edifying video. Shalom to the confusion of faith, brethren, joining onto our ranks. This is the brother Yawasap Yatasaka, a fellow servant, coming to you with another lesson through the spirit, power, and grace of Yahweh Yahweh Shah. I'm doing another lesson out of this book by a guy named Jim Keith. It's called Mass Control, Engineering Human Consciousness. Show you a quick little Mass Control, Engineering Human Consciousness. And basically, it's another book like that, Guinea Pigs, exposing, techniques and different technologies that, this red Hebrew Edomite has came up with to actually control you sheeple. So without further ado, I'm going to jump right into it. This is chapter 3, verse 21. Salakia. Chapter 3, page 21. It says, dumbing us to death. An ideological fifth column subverted American education in the early days of the 20th century, with the leader of the movement, Daniel Coit Gilman, the first president of Johns Hopkins University and the Carnegie Institute. Slovakia. Gilman studied at the University of Berlin in 1854 through 1855, at the same time that Wilhelm Wundt taught there. After Gilman Wundt's materialist spin on the subjects of the mind and soul, or lack thereof, would dominate the thinking of the most influential of American educators. The result was the children would soon after be viewed as something akin to lab rats, to be put through mazes, their characters molded at the whims of the educational totalitarians. Another form of Germanic thinking informed Gilman's views. He was a member of the Skull and Bones Society. Skull and Bones is a highly secretive, ritualistic society based at Yale University that has been called the most powerful organization in America. Another form of Germanic thinking, Slovakia. Incredibly, Skull and Bones may be a front for the most mysterious of secret societies, the Illuminati, the German organization from which Skull and Bones obtained its charter, appeared within a year after the outlawing of Adam Weishaupt's group in Bavaria, and additionally, an inscription found in the Sanctum Sanctorum of the Bonesmen at Yale is nearly identical in wording to that of a ceremony cited in Proofs of a Conspiracy, an early condemnation of the Illuminati by Robinson. Like the Illuminati, Skull and Bone initiates refer to the group as the Order. Since the formation of the Skull and Bones, about 2,500 persons have been inducted into the secret group, with a small group of Eastern establishment families forming the core of the group. These families include the Allen, Bundy, Gilman, Perkins, Wadsworth, Phelps, and Lord families. Other families who rose to wealth in the 18th and 19th centuries have been added to this group, including the Harriman, Davidson, Rockefeller, Payne, Pillsbury, Wiesenhauser's families. A third group, not Bonesmans, have acted as intermediaries between Skull and Bones and the financial hub of London. This group includes the Warburg, Schiff, Guggenheim, and Meyer families. Undoubtedly, the most important influence that Skull and Bones has had on the world is through the world of politics. Since the turn of the century, the direction of American statecraft has been largely steered by prominent bonesmen from the Harriman, Bundy, Taft, Stuyvesant, Bush, and other families. Although I do not recommend that you hold your breath waiting for the establishment media to avail you of this fact. According to accounts of the time, members of the Skull and Bones took over the administration of Yale University in the late 1800s, while Daniel Coit Gilman was employed there. And it is reported that all presidents of Yale since that time have been either bonesmen or closely affiliated with the group. Yale and Skull and Bones have provided fertile recruiting grounds for American intelligence agencies, with an in-house club for bonesmen existing in the CIA, according to Covert Action Information Bulletin. The term spook, CIA jargon applied to spies, in fact, was a Yale expression designating a member of a campus secret society. After becoming a head, after becoming head of Johns Hopkins University, Daniel Coit Gilman hired another wound-trained specialist who, not coincidentally, happened to be a bonesman. This was G. Stanley Hall, who took over the psychological lab at the university. Hall also founded the American Psychological Association and the American Journal of Psychology and mentored the career of Fabian socialist and New World educator John Dewey. Dewey, who went on to become the most influential teacher of this century, also studied under George Sylvester Morris, Hegelian philosopher who had taken his doctorate at the University of Berlin under the same teachers as Gilman. Dewey was among the first to promote school as a mechanism for the creation of a socialist world order and as a forum for enforcing conformity of the masses rather than a place to learn the three R's. In 1899, Dewey said, "Children who know how to think for themselves spoil the harmony of collective society, which is coming where everyone is interdependent." One reason for the success of Dewey's progressive education is that it was backed to the hilt by Rockefeller and Carnegie money. Salaki. Dewey, for many years, was the honorary president of the National Education Association, founded in 1857. The group was founded as a lobbying organization for teachers, but soon aligned itself behind a scarlet psycho-political banner of progressive education, a delightful sounding term that conceals the brainwashing modus operandi pioneered by the Soviets. By the turn of the century, the NEA was working down of the masses into a malleable unit, as well as a one-world Fabian socialist view. A 1934 NEA report avowed a dying laissez-faire must be completely destroyed, and all of us, including the owners, must be subjected to a large degree of social control. This one-worldly view persists in current NEA literature, but it has been recontextualized in recent times as a liberal viewpoint. The group now issues the following pronunciamento in its NEA journal: "The teacher can do much to prepare the hearts and minds of children for global understanding and cooperation. At the very top of all the agencies which will assure the coming of the world government must stand the school, the teacher, and the organized profession. I'm going to stop there.